Hello everyone, Skits here and welcome to my yearly channel update. Just like every year, I wasn't able to do many videos in the last months because of my exams, but thankfully I am already finished with them. This time I finished 3 weeks earlier than usually, so now I have a lot more time for videos. Let's start off this channel update with something that everyone is probably curious about, and that is New Vegas mods. I know that I change my decision about New Vegas mods every time I create a new video, but I think that I finally found my way. In the Q&A video I mentioned that I won't be making any New Vegas videos because I was very tired of them, but after making a few different videos like the one about Stalker, Ubisoft games or Middle Earth, I found out that I can make more New Vegas videos just as long as they are not the only videos I'm making. If I only make Fallout New Vegas mods all the time, I get bored of them really quickly. I mean, you have to consider that I've been making those videos for like 3 or 4 years now, and I always had a pretty similar format with a few improvements here and there. And if I just do the same type of video over and over again, it will get boring. Like I mentioned, if I do something else in between, it is a lot easier to get it done. So now I decided that I will be making New Vegas mods, but I will probably be making maybe one video per month of New Vegas, either a top 10 or something else that might come to my mind. And in the meantime, I will be making tons of new videos. When I was making exams, I had a lot of time to think about what sort of series I want to continue and make. Now the 4 videos I did before about different games, those are sorted under gaming discussions. I will be making more of them, even though I kinda decided I don't want to be like Clean Price Gaming or Downward Trust. Originally I was a bit inspired by them, especially with the first Ubisoft video, but then I found out I don't really hate video games like they do, and I want to create positive videos about video games unless they piss me off about something. So I will be making these discussion videos. I mean, I wouldn't really call them discussion videos. It will be more like essays. I already have 3 of them planned in the future that I will be making. One is about open world games, another one is about optimization in PC games, and I also want to make one about modding. In this essay category I also have some other ideas. I always wanted to make sort of behind the scenes videos about lots of different types of videos people make. I wanted to make a video about how a let's play is created, how a review is created, and stuff like that. That one is probably not going to come out anytime soon. I need to think about how to create those videos, if I want to be a professional or if I just want them to be a quick behind the scenes and stuff like that. So I also have that in mind. Another series I'm planning is going to be called Why I Love series. These are going to be small and irregular videos where I will be talking about why I love a certain video game, talk about its positive aspects, why I enjoyed it, and what is so good about it. Now, if I feel like, I also might include some negatives there. Originally, I planned to turn this series into reviews, but then I decided that everyone basically does reviews these days, and I wanted to be a bit different. In this Why I Love series, I'm going to be including some older games that I already played through, like Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Fallout 4 or Stalker, and also any future video games that I'm going to enjoy and I'm gonna feel like making video about them. So for example, if I was playing Witcher 3 for first time anytime soon, I'm 100% sure I would make Why I Love video about it. Like I said before, I'm trying to be positive about video games on this channel, and this Why I Love series is basically going to be love letters to certain video games. Now I wanted to start with Fallout New Vegas because I already played through it a lot of times, and it is also a game that is most popular on my channel, so that way I could get a lot of feedback. But like I said, I'm also going to include Fallout 3, probably Stalker, and any new video game that I want. Now, just like with every video, I would try to make it as entertaining as possible. I have a good script, voiceover, and also a good editing, so don't worry, I'm not gonna be slacking on those videos or something like that, and you can expect top quality from those videos as well. However, these videos would be pretty irregular, and I would only make them whenever I feel like or whenever I have a blind spot in my schedule, or whenever I just feel like making a video about a certain video game. Another series I will be making that is also very important to me, maybe even more important than reviews, is sort of a recommendation video for people that play multiplayer games by themselves. I came up with an idea of this series mainly through my own experiences, because I don't have many friends that play video games. We usually only play FIFA or some Counter-Strike, and if I want to play some new multiplayer game, I have to do it all by myself. Now on the internet it is really hard to find any information whether a multiplayer game is worth to buy if you're only a solo player, and most of the reviewers play those games with their friends. I mean, that is normal. The multiplayer games are usually supposed to be played with friends, but there are tons of people out there that don't have that luxury and they only play games alone. So I wanted to make this sort of new video series where I'll be talking about whether or not it is worth to buy a certain multiplayer game if you're only going to play it by yourself. Its name is probably going to be something like name of the video game, and then is it worth buying for solo players and newcomers. I will be also talking about some older multiplayer games and see if it is still worth jumping into them. The first video game I will be playing is most likely For Honor, and after that I want to take a look at Division and Forest before the summer ends. After that I also want to take a look at Destiny 2, Titanfall, Rust, even maybe take a look at Survarium, DayZ and other survival games that are popular on Steam, to let people know if it is worth buying them if they don't have any gaming friends. In this Is It Worth Buying series I will be taking a look at both single player and multiplayer, mainly from viewpoint of a solo gamer. I will be more focusing on multiplayer, but like I said, I will also give you a few thoughts about single player campaign as well, if the multiplayer game has any. And I will be talking about what I think about it, if the game isn't way too focused on team gameplay, if the community is toxic and not worth getting into. And generally I will be also talking about other technical aspects, gameplay and other aspects. Those videos will be something like semi-reviews, but I won't be focusing that much on every aspect of game, mainly those that can affect players that play them alone. Now if I make a Is It Worth Buying video about the certain video game, there is also a chance I might make a full review on it in Why I Love series. For New Vegas, other than mods and top 10s, I'm also planning on doing upcoming mods preview. I wanted to do one for New California mod, but that one is coming out in October, so we'll see if I have time for that. And I definitely want to talk about Xylandro's project B42 and The Frontier. I also made a Fallout 76 video a few days ago. I already mentioned in there that if I get early access to the game, I will be making some videos about it. Generally, I will probably make a few videos of Fallout 76. Probably not that many until private servers come out and I can create some special footage and maybe get some mods working. But I will be probably making the should you buy it video for it, because it is an online game, so it fits perfectly into theme of my new series, and I will also probably do a review of it. Now to recap all the video ideas I have, I will be making New Vegas mods hopefully at least once a month, but I'm not promising anything. At least once every 2 months is a guarantee, but if I have time and if I feel like doing that, I will be doing them once a month. Why I Love series is going to be pretty irregular, like I mentioned, so don't expect any fixed schedule on that. I will just do those types of videos whenever I feel like. And also, Is It Worth Buying for multiplayer games? That one will probably be coming out somewhere in between those two whenever I have time. And in blind spaces between that, I will be making gaming discussion videos whenever I feel like. Other than that, I also wanted to mention a possible Patreon in the future. I know that almost everyone has one now. I saw some of my favorite Fallout YouTubers creating one, and if I ever start like seriously creating videos, if I can keep the schedule of one video per week for at least 1 or 2 months, I might actually consider creating one, because I don't want to create Patreon if I'm only going to be making like one video per month, because then I would feel like I was just stealing money from you. I mean, if I was keeping my old schedule of one video per 3 months, I wouldn't have the heart to create the Patreon and ask money from you. But don't worry, if I'm going to make a Patreon, it is going to be for right reason. I already invested a lot in this YouTube channel. I bought a good microphone, I even bought a pop filter recently, and I also have new 1 TB hard disk to get all of my footage. That also cost a lot of money. Plus video games are also not cheap or free, so I already invested some money in my YouTube account. If I'm gonna make a Patreon, it's gonna be for the right reason, and only when the time is right and if I get a good schedule going. And if you also guys want to support me, just let me know in the comments and to see if it is even worth opening one. Other than that, I also wanted to mention Discord server. I'm active on it pretty much every day, so feel free to join that one as well. I will be making New Vegas mods every once in a while, but hopefully you guys can also stick with me through the other series I make. I mean, if you're only here for Fallout New Vegas and you don't play any other video games or watch YouTube channels that play other video games, then feel free to just wait for New Vegas videos. I will still be making them, so there's no need to unsubscribe or dislike my other videos. But if you play video games in general, you might like some of the other series. And if you enjoy me and my content in general, then I'll be sure to up the quality as much as I can. And yeah guys, I guess that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, tell me what you think about it in the comments. And also what you think about my new series that I will be creating. Subscribe for more Fallout and other games content. And I will see you next time.